Hello, everyone. This is the Familia Lacera Show. I am Megan Lacera. Ooh, in the flesh. What is up, Kai Lacera?
And I'm Jorge Lacera. It's good to
Otherwise-
see everyone.
He's back.
I'm back.
He's back. He's able to take a break today. He is otherwise known as the Colombian Mr. Rogers.
We got fizzy water.
Senor Lacera.
I need my waters. It's good to see everyone.
Annie Lynn has dubbed him Senor Lacera, so this is, Colombian Mr. Rogers, so this is what we're doing.
Oh, so good.
Okay.
So, without further ado, let's get this party started.
Let's get this party started. I think that is a great idea. Okay. So, if you're at home, this is going to be really fun. Hopefully you have some paper, just blank regular paper, some markers, some pens, some pencils, anything that you can write with. Okay?
We're going to make a book.
That's right. We are going to make a book. We are really inspired by Kai's friend Emily in California that he's known since he was.
Yeah, shout out to Emily.
Hello, Emily. She made a wonderful book. We thought, wow, that is a great idea, and we are going to do that on our show. We were also inspired by Emily, Becca, and Juliana, who were with us yesterday, who did a really fun writing exercise based on our book, Zombies Don't Eat Veggies.
Yeah, some awesome kids who wrote and drew some really cool stuff and have been inspiring us. And we just thought, hey, it's writing day. Let's do a book.
That's right. That's right. Hi, Emily.
Hi, Emily.
All right. So, okay. Are we ready?
I think we're ready.
Okay. So the first thing I wanted to just talk about with writing is that I am a professional writer. This is what I do for a living. And here is a secret. It is hard for me.
It's hard for you?
Yes. Is it hard for you?
It's hard for me too.
It's hard for me. It's so hard.
Yeah, it can be very hard coming up with an idea for what to write.
Sometimes.
Gives me a headache too.
Yeah.
It can be hard.
Yeah, it's just sometimes I just feel overwhelmed by coming up with something. Like it's just, the blank paper. Dun dun dun. It's hard.
It's literally the blank paper.
Exactly.
It's dun, dun, dun.
So here are some things that I do, easy things that kind of help me shift my mind a little bit. So the first thing that we're going to do is take 3 deep breaths. So, friends, can you take 3 deep breaths with me? Yes. 3 deep breaths. Yes. Just like this. Inner ninja. Okay, inner writing ninjas are activated. So that's the first thing I do. The second thing I do is I write down whatever comes into my head. So it doesn't have to be anything that is anything creative, unique, anything. It's just something like, this is paper. I have to write today. My name is Megan. Anything really, really simple just to get words down. So, can you guys try this? Just write something. Try this at home as well. You're just going to write down something. Again, whatever's popping into your head. The sky is blue. I'm cold. Will this ever be over? Whatever you want to write. Sir? Writing ninja?
Oh! I want to write something.
Just write down. It can be words. It can be a sentence. It can be your name. Just write down words.
Here you go. You have your own sheet.
Oh, yeah.
Here, right here.
So it looks like a few people just joined. So just so you know what we're doing right now, we took 3 deep breaths to get ourselves ready and centered and calm. And now we are writing just words, because sometimes when writing, it's hard to just get started. And one way to get started is just to write down words. It can be sentences. It can be individual words. It can be a feeling, anything you want to write down. So Jorge has written, I am thirsty. Write down words exactly. Kai is writing down. Let me see if I can get back here. Go.
I wrote go, no, mo, so, lo, o, ko, whoa.
Nice.
Perfect. All rhymes. Have you written anything else down? Kai is a ninja. So you can do this for as long as you feel you want to. Sometimes this is all I do during the day. I just write down words because it helps to clear out your mind and it helps to just see that you can get words down on paper. They don't need to mean anything. It can be total nonsense. But this really helps you to get started.
Cool.
Okay? So.
Are we getting started now?
So now we are going to get started. Again,
so we got our warm up. So what were the
tips? Get your inner writing ninjas going.
So the 2 tips were take 3 deep breaths.
Take 3 deep breaths.
And to just write words.
Just write words.
Just write them down.
Anything.
Okay.
Anything.
Cool.
They don't have to be spelled correctly. You don't have to worry about punctuation or grammar or anything. It's just writing words down.
Cool.
Okay?
Very cool.
All right. So the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to come up with a character. So if you've read our book, if you haven't read our book, basically it is about a zombie family, and zombies in our book are not allowed to eat vegetables. How do they feel about vegetables?
They hate them. They're disgusted by them.
They are disgusted.
Disgusted. It's totally not allowed.
Not allowed.
And zombies don't eat veggies. But Mo, the kid, loves vegetables. So he is different from his family, and he's different from his zombie culture.
That's right.
Right? So this book started with a character who is different than his culture from his family. So we want you at home to think of a character that is different from those around him, her, they, it. Okay, so here are 3 examples, and you're free to use one of these. You're free to use one of these, or please, if you have your own idea, it's wonderful. So 3 examples of what we're talking about. A cat who lives with tons of other cats, and they all hate taking baths. They hate baths. But this one... Oh. Okay, so, but there is one cat that just loves bath. Could take a bath all day long. This cat's name is Calgonius. And Calgonius just loves baths. Okay, so that's one example. Another example, a tree. All right, it's not happening. A tree doesn't have leaves ever. No leaves on this tree. But it's very happy to not have leaves. It's the kind of tree it is. Okay, but every other tree has leaves. All right, so this is that tree. And then the third example is, what was my third example? A flower that lives in a beautiful garden with beautiful flowers that all smell so delicious and wonderful and amazing. But this flower has a different smell. It is a little bit stinky.
That's pretty funny.
Okay. Okay.
So you're saying that it has to be a character that is different from its friends or family or community.
Yes.
And we have to think of that.
Yes.
For our story.
Yes. Okay. It can be funny. It can be serious. It can be romantic. It can be creepy. It can be whatever you want it to be. But think of a character that is different from those around the character.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. So at home, I think Annie, she has a stick. So how is your stick different, Annie, than the other sticks around it?
That's a good question.
Okay.
All right.
So if you're at home, just really think, we're doing this, kind of fast. So the idea is not to be perfect or wonderful. You can always go back after our video and to this story. But right now, just kind of what's coming into your head.
So I think I have an idea.
Okay.
I'm gonna write a story about a bear who really loves wearing pants.
Oh, pants.
Yes, but none of his other bear friends or family or other bear community really see any need to. But he really enjoys pants.
They don't need pants.
How about that?
They don't need pants. Okay, I love it. So I want you to write down bear without pants, or sorry, bear with pants.
With pants.
Okay, just write that down. And then if you want to do a quick sketch of maybe what your character looks like.
Yeah.
Okay, if you watched our video a couple days ago, we talked about drawing with simple shapes, so you can use some simple shapes for your character.
Very simple shapes.
Okay, but that's right, very simple shapes. Or if you did not watch the video, great, you can watch it later. Just it's a simple sketch. Again, we're not talking about being perfect here. We're just trying to get something down. Just draw something about your character. Kai, do you have a character? A character who is different?
Yes, so I have a crayon. No, I'm kidding. A marker
Okay.
that doesn't draw.
A marker. That is intriguing.
It's crazy. It is crazy.
That's bananas.
That is crazy. I like that idea. It's very interesting.
What?
So,
What is crazy?
here we go again. All right. So you're going to write down, don't worry about spelling if you don't know how to spell it, marker that doesn't draw. Okay? And a sketch of, oh boy, we've got a sketch going here. Okay, so at home, remember, write down what your character is. If you already have a name for your character, write down the name and a sketch of what your character might look like.
Okay, so I think I have a name for my bear.
Okay.
His name is going to be Alberto.
Alberto. Amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, Kai, let's get over to you. Very good.
That's the lid.
That's the wood?
The lid.
The lid.
The lid.
Oh, cool. Of the marker.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very cool.
Let's go back here and see Alberto. So Alberto is a bear, no shirt, pants, skinny jeans, of course, and claws. So what? Oh, and look, this marker has a face.
That marker is awesome. Have you thought of a name for the marker, Kai?
I'm thinking right now as I draw.
Okay, so at home, okay, you're following along. So you, Jorge, have already done some of the things that I was going to suggest next.
Oh, really?
Okay, so what I do when I'm trying to get going, I'm trying to get my story going, and it feels difficult, is that I just start writing down the details of this character, things that I know. I can always cross them out later. I can always change them later, but we're just trying to get something down. One of the big keys about writing that we talk about a lot when we do school visits or we're talking with kids in different ways is about how, when I was a kid, it felt like you had to get writing, storytelling right the first time, that it had to be perfect. But it's not like a math equation. It's not like 5 + 4 is 9, no matter what. It is about revising and changing and growing. And your writing is never perfect the first time. Usually not the second or third time.
That's right.
Okay? So this is a really big key, is to just get stuff down, because it's like your raw materials. It's like ingredients for a recipe. You can see signs of our fort over there today. It's just about getting your ingredients and see what you have and see how you're going to mix them together. Okay? So at home, I want you to start writing down things that you know about your character. Okay? If you want to tell us your character, please, you can go ahead and comment. I'll try to see if I can see the comments on here. We can help if you want.
His
Yes?
name is Holy.
Holy.
And can you tell his secret?
Oh, is he an angel?
Yes. But you don't see him as an angel in the first and second part. But at the end, he reveals himself as an angel.
Oh,
That's
that's cool.
why he doesn't write. He's plain what he's white. So, and when he does write, his writing is magic. So it could accidentally start a fire or something. So so he can't write. So he doesn't write unless he has to.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Cool. That sounds like quite a story.
So it sounds like you already have some details in your head. So can you write some of those down? Like angel. Yeah.
Write down all your ideas.
Angel. Magic.
Has a secret.
Okay. Can you write down some more things about yours?
Oh yeah, sure.
Is there anything else that you know? So think about, where does your character live? What so Alberto has skinny jeans. Does he wear anything else?
No.
No. Okay, so you have no shirt, but nothing else. Does Alberto have any friends? Does he have any siblings? Does he live all alone? Does he have a favorite food? Does your character say something? Like does Alberto always say? What does Alberto always say?
I don't know what he always says, but he lives in his parents' cave.
Lives in his parents' cave. Okay, so has not moved out.
No.
Okay. Wow. So this is a scary story. Just kidding.
Okay, I need to go back into ninja spells.
Okay, so Kai is doing something else that I do. Sometimes you need to just take another break and take another few breaths.
No, I'm not breaking.
Okay.
This is the way I sit.
Okay.
So ninja
Okay, well, careful on that.
Can you move the chair?
Okay. Yes, but remember, I'm doing the camera, so it's probably a little bit hard for people. Okay, so.
That's fine.
Okay, so good. You're writing down your details. If there's anything else you know about your character, write that down. Okay? You don't need to worry about how it is in the story at this time. Okay? Okay, anything else about your story? About your character?
Well,
what's the marker's name?
Holy.
Oh, Holy, correct. Okay, Holy. Does Holy have a last name?
No.
No.
He's a marker with no last name.
Okay.
Because normally a marker's last name would be its color, but Holy's white.
Oh.
And yeah, he still can draw, so he will not have a name.
Okay, so maybe write that down, no last name, because actually that is a detail. The absence of something is also a detail.
That's right.
Okay. All right, so do you feel good about this character?
I do. I feel really good about Alberto. I hope you guys are feeling good about your characters too.
Okay. All right. So next, we are going to start our story. Okay. So we're going to create a book here. So can you fold 2 pieces of paper?
You will fold these papers in half.
So take your 2 sheets. I have
Okay.
1, 2. We're gonna do it like that, and
be a hamburger.
Fold it.
So you're going to fold it the hamburger way.
Was that what it's called?
Yes, that's what my teacher used to say. It's called the hamburger way. The wide
Fold
way.
it the hamburger way.
The wide space is how you fold it. So you see how it's wide?
Yes.
That's called the hamburger.
The hamburger way.
Okay.
You will fold it like that.
I really do love hamburgers, so this is making me hungry. What?
Okay. All right. So again, this is about practice and about revising. Okay. So the idea here is what I want you to do is to give your story a title.
Okay.
You can change the title later. Okay. You can make a new book. This is very simple. You're going to do this within this half an hour time frame. So give your book a title.
Should we finish this on Friday? Friday? Okay.
We're going to do as much as we can today. Alberto's Pants. Okay, great title. Love it. Okay, and Kai, what is your title?
I'm not done.
Okay, we will come back. If you're at home, just write that title on that front page, whatever it is. Make sure you've got your paper folded.
Mm-hmm. Can I start drawing my cover, you think?
Sure. Okay, if you want to draw a cover image, go ahead and draw a cover image. Kai, did you finish your title?
Yes, it's called The Marker That Doesn't Draw.
Great title. So what I want you to notice at home is that both of these titles, again, can be changed, but they came from creating the character and getting those notes down about what the character does or doesn't do. Okay? So Alberto's Pants started right away about a bear who loves skinny pants. And Kai started with a marker that doesn't draw. Those titles just came from that. Okay, so you can expand on those later, but you've already started to come up with a lot of really key details about your story. All right? So you feel good about your cover sketch?
I feel pretty good about my cover.
Okay,
sketch.
if you at home are done with your cover sketch, the next step is to open up your book to page 1.
Page 1, okay.
Okay? Now, if you were with us on day 1, you remember we were talking about Pixar storytelling rules, okay? And some Pixar exercises, okay? So we're going to use that to get this first draft of our story down into our book, all right?
Okay.
So the Pixar story goes, once upon a time there was blank. Every day, blank. One day, blank. Because of that, blank. Because of that, can you guess? Blank. Until finally, blank.
Okay.
All right?
Everything,
So-
a blank, a blank, a blank, a blank.
Yes.
Until like one day blank, another time blank, and then there's blank, and then at the end blank. Nothing happens at all. Blank. Dun, dun,
Yes,
dun.
but we're going to fill in those blanks and add to it, okay? So you can start with once upon a time there was, or use any other phrase that you want to.
Okay.
But this is about getting you going, okay? So, Jorge, how would you like to start your story?
Okay. Once there was a bear named Alberto
Okay.
who really loved skinny jeans.
Okay, perfect.
Can I start writing that?
So start writing that down.
All right.
Okay, once there was a bear named Alberto who really loved skinny jeans. Okay, I really like that opening sentence because it tells you a lot about the character. It's funny, and it just starts us right away with what we're doing. Okay, so Kai, do you have an idea for an opening sentence?
This is a tragedy, long known before the mists of time, where a marker doesn't draw. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, absolutely amazing. What I love about what Kai just did is that he took the prompt and he added to it, and he added drama and feeling to it. So if you get there, wonderful. If you're not there yet, you will get there on a next draft, okay? But you can see how Kai took his opening and added to it. I'll give you a couple minutes to add that down.
Okay.
Okay? Let's see. All right.
Should I begin illustrating this part of the story?
Would you like to?
I think I'd like to.
Okay, go ahead. I think we will probably go a little over today. Okay, so if you're with us and you need to take a break at the half-hour mark, that's fine. Come back and you can finish your book later. If you're with us till the end, stick with us till the end. How you doing, Kai?
Good. I'm just thinking of how I'm going to do the part where it was like where Maka doesn't draw. I think the word part doesn't make sense.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to see, like, I'm thinking of, like, what else I could draw.
Okay. Okay, if at home, if you are done with this part, we will move on to the next prompt. So once upon a time, there was whatever your character, whatever you started your story. The next part, you're going to say, every day, and fill in the blank.
Okay.
Okay?
Every day, Alberto would wear his jeans. Wear his jeans.
This time I'm using an actual marker to draw the yellow. Yellow is asking. The yellow marker is asking him.
Okay.
It's asking the marker that doesn't draw to draw.
How are you guys doing at home? How are you feeling? Let us know if you need some prompts or if this is working out for you, if you're doing okay. So after you do every day blank, so let's go over Jorge's story. Once there was a bear named Alberto who really loved skinny jeans. Every day Alberto would wear his jeans. Okay. One day blank. Now this is a good place to talk about something that happened differently. What's different about that day? And what you have a character now that is different than those around your character. So what's something that could happen? Let's go back to if you did the cat that loves baths. Maybe one day this cat could not take a bath.
Ooh.
And was just so sad. I needed to figure out how to get his baths back. Annie. Okay, keep going. If you need a break, like a couple deep breaths, that's fine too.
All right. So
those
then
are always
one
good.
day.
One day.
Maybe one day Alberto lost his.
Oh, okay. So something that you're tapping into here is creating some drama and complications for your character. Okay, what happens one day with Holy, the marker?
The friends. One day he has to draw.
He has to draw, so he has to do something that he doesn't do.
No, like basically like his friends are like basically making. No, not making him. Like making him draw. They're making him draw.
Ooh,
Okay. Okay, so right.
Because he never draws and he has to. So basically he draws.
Okay.
And it makes like a spit
Okay.
on the page.
So try that. So one day, Holy had to draw. Okay. So now you're going to think about what happens because of that event. So whatever happened to your character on that one day, what happens because of that? So Jorge, one day Alberto lost his pants. Poor Alberto. So what happened on that day that he lost his pants? What happened because of that?
Well, he panics.
Okay. Okay. So he panics. So what happens because of this panic?
Well, then Alberto is forced to go outside looking for his pants.
Okay, so you're going to write that down. He's forced to go outside. And I think if you go back to your sheet here, I just remembered a detail that's on your sheet. He lives in his parents' cave.
Oh.
Right? So you've got your think of this as sort of almost like your cheat sheet, but you've created it yourself. Okay? So if you're adding details, he has to go outside. Okay? Out of the parents' cave. This is a story of growing up.
Oh, that's a good call. This is a story of finally leaving your parents alone.
Is that supposed to be directed on me?
No, actually, no. It's pretty funny.
How are you doing over here, Kai?
Pretty good. I finished the one page.
That's fine. Take your time.
This is the part that he draws. I'm better with the drawing part.
That's okay. You can tell a lot of stories with drawing. I think you're actually really great with the writing too, but sometimes drawing and then writing can help you pull your thoughts together. Okay, so we're going back. I think what Jorge is doing is like a graphic novel here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, look, and I made a mistake. Guys, I was so used to drawing him with his pants that I drew him with his pants. So then I just quickly turned it into a towel.
Okay, so...
So, wait.
So that is a great example, too, of when you're writing on it's practicing and trying different things. Okay, so your mistakes can actually lead you to new solutions. So maybe that is what he does. He finds a towel to replace his pants.
Well, I think he starts asking around town if people have his pants.
Did somebody steal him?
I don't know. What do you think?
Yes. I seen somebody went into his house and he was like jealous because his skinny jeans were stolen. So he wants skinny jeans, so he gets Alberto's skinny jeans. And that guy was jealous because he didn't have skinny jeans because somebody stole his skinny jeans, and it keeps going like that.
Perfect.
So he asks the guy, "Do you have my pants?" He says no.
Okay, wonderful. Now, do you know what else you're adding in here?
What am I adding?
Some dialogue.
Oh, dialogue. That's right.
Yes. So things that the characters say. And I think, again, let's go back to this visual that your cheat sheet. You can imagine what this bear is saying, It's this bear, Alberto, loves his skinny jeans. If his skinny jeans are suddenly taken away and he can't find them, of course he's going to say, he's going to look for his pants. He's going to want those pants because those are so important to him. Holy, over here, if he is suddenly forced to draw, is not going to react well because this is a lot for Holy to handle.
Oh, you have some dialogue going on too?
Let's see.
Yeah, I started that with the first page.
So what is your character saying, Kai?
He's saying, let's draw. He's like, nah, no way, Jose. No.
Excellent. How are you doing at home? All right, so after that, you're going to say because of that again. So because of that, what just last happened, now what happens?
So because he's lost his pants and had to use a towel to go outside, and because he's asked his fellow bears if they have seen his pants and they said no, I don't know.
You don't know.
He has to go on an epic quest.
So you don't...
Like, maybe he goes on an epic quest like, what's it called, Onward?
Oh, like an Onward, yeah. Okay, so maybe...
Great idea.
Okay, so he goes on an epic quest. Okay, so...
His skinny key.
Okay.
It's perfect. And you know what I liked about what happened here, and something you can do at home, is writing does not actually have to be alone all the time. You can have a writing partner.
Yeah.
And maybe you can help each other with ideas. So if you're at home, maybe you can ask your mom or dad or grandparent or sibling or friend or aunt or uncle, whoever is at home with you, maybe you guys can act as writing partners. If you need ideas from each other, okay, and you can help each other out, because sometimes we all get stuck, and or you can go online, you can Skype a friend, you can send a message, hey, what do you think this character would do, and start talking about it. So this is a really great collaboration that you guys just had there. Okay, so
Kind of made our own club.
yeah, you made your own club.
Me and my dad. I even made a fort. Mama, show me the fort.
It's pretty messy over there.
Oh, fine. Wes! Wes, can you clean it up? Wes! Wes!
For those who have not watched the other episodes, Wes is that character on Nailed It. That guy really likes watching this cooking show. Okay, so Annie is asking, what are Alberto's favorite pants? Favorite kind of pants?
Skinny jeans.
Okay, skinny jeans. Is there a color? Is there a color?
Oh, is there a color? Good question. I think right now purple.
Purple pants.
Purple skinny jeans.
Okay. You know, so they are purple. Something that you could do. Can you go back to your cover for just a minute?
Mm-hmm.
Alberto's pants. Maybe in the next version you get more detailed, and the title is Alberto's purple pants.
Oh, Alberto's purple pants.
And you get that double P sound in there.
Purple pants.
See how it starts to build? Okay. Purple bell bottoms, Annie is suggesting.
Ooh, that's cool.
Very cool.
He looks
So
cool.
at home, after your second because of that, you're going to write, your next prompt is until finally. So until finally, what happens? Okay? And this is going to be your end. Now, obviously, this is a very short story, but this is going to be your building block for building an even longer book if you would like to. But when you write until finally and what happens, you are going to have written a story and have a book that you can refer to and show your friends. How are you doing over here, Kai?
Kind of. Pretty good actually. Pretty good.
Did you get a little bit stuck?
No, I'm just kind of.
Are you focusing more on the drawings?
Yeah, I'm a little focusing on the drawing.
Okay.
Because I'm better at drawing. But it looks like there's no red for the fire on the paper.
Oh, there's red right here.
Oh, pasta.
Oh,
That'll work. Here's the red over here.
Hey, thanks.
So one thing that we are working on here at home, and it's something that I do myself, again, I make my living as a writer, but I still say, I'm not a great writer. I need to get better. And you really have to, what I'm really working on is how can I talk more nicely to myself, because it is really important to be positive about your writing. And Kai and I are working on that as well, because every part of writing is that you write not great, your first drafts. That's part of the process.
These are first drafts. Oh.
And Kai can be great for the morale when he says things like that. But that is just part of it. Your second draft, third draft, it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be might not be what you want it to be, but you just have to keep trying. And it will eventually get there. How many drafts do you think we wrote of Zombies Don't Eat Veggies?
Ooh, a lot. Many.
Like 562 billion.
Like a billion.
562 infinity billion. Sound good?
Yeah, probably that. I think it's probably more like 15 or 20. But it was a lot. It was a lot. And we are working on a picture book now that I think we're on the 7th or 8th draft already. Something like that. Mm-hmm. So it's a lot of reworking and trying again. How are you doing over here?
I have the part where Alberto finds his pants are on this deer's horns.
Interesting. So the deer stole the pants.
Yes. What?
Eye does not look.
Hey, it's a first draft.
Hey,
it's
that's fine. That's fine. We don't have to judge it. So can you read your story to us?
Let me finish it off.
Okay.
Okay. Does it need an ending?
It does. That's not your ending?
I don't know. Do you think that's a good ending, writer?
I think it needs something to kind of close it out.
I think so too.
Yeah. And do you feel like it does?
I think it
That's
does.
what's most
I
important.
think it needs one. What do you
Okay.
think how do you think it could end? Now that he's found his pants on this deer's head, what can he do?
Should he ask him if he stole the pants, and if he did he, and then he says he doesn't, he gets super mad.
Okay. Do you think he'd be that upset if he found his pants? Though he'd be happy to find his pants, right? He'd be like,
Yeah, but he'd be mad. But he asked if he stole it, and then he goes, and his hand turns to flames. And then it's like, the end.
Well, how about this? Do you think he'd put his pants on after this?
Yes. Then
Okay.
he puts his pants on, and then his head burns, and it makes his pants burn, and then he's like,
Oh, I got an idea.
ta-da!
Oh, how about this? Alberto has an idea. How about this? Because clearly the deer was really enjoying having these pants on his head.
Coming back around.
Ding!
Light bulb moment.
Ding!
Alberto had an idea. Oh, here's his idea.
Kai, I think you got some hearts.
What?
Kai and Jorge, you got some hearts. Some likes.
Good. Great. Amazing. I'm just gonna kind of. I just want to get them with the fire. Okay. So I can go back to writing.
So just a couple things while you guys are finishing up your first drafts. You don't have to draw anything if you don't want to. If you feel really strongly about the words and you want to just do words, perfect. You can tell your whole story with writing. If you want to tell with only pictures, you can tell it only with pictures. You can do both. Okay? If there's a whole different way of telling a story, you can tell the story the way you want to. Just think of those prompts to get you started. Create your character. Think about what that character does. Just write down all the details that you know about the character, and then start building it around the prompts that we gave you. Once upon a time, and then what happened, and because of that, what happened, and because of that, what happened, until finally, and you're going to be on your way, and you're going to be able to start building a story that you love. Let's see this ending page. Amazing. Now what's happening here?
So
why don't you go through the full thing for us?
I'll go through the full story. So it's Alberto's pants. Once there was a bear named Alberto who really loved skinny jeans. Every day Alberto would wear his jeans in his cave. One day Alberto lost his pants and panicked. Panic, panic. And he was forced to leave the house in a towel.
You're saying this so dryly.
Do you have my pants? No. Alberto goes on an epic quest. Oh. Eventually, Alberto finds his favorite pants. They're on top of a deer's head.
Of course.
He goes, my pants! Alberto had an idea. Alberto traded his towel for his pants. Just like how Mom will wear her towel in her hair. I was inspired by you. When you're drying out your hair.
When you go.
That's right. Traded his towel for his jeans.
What a great solution.
The end.
So I love this.
Right.
Annie wants to know, how does the bear wash his pants? And also, Anne, I'm on my third page of writing, and I'll go back and add, try for some drawing. And that's exactly right. Do what is working for you, and you can go back and add. You can do whatever is working for you to tell the story, especially on this first draft. Just do what you need to do to get it down. It's really just about getting it down, and then you can revise it. Think of it as your raw ingredients that are going to take a lot of mixing and blending and chopping and cutting. We've lost Guy here a little bit. In order to make your meal, the story. That's how it works.
That's
okay.
Right.
I think we've gone 45 minutes today. If you are watching at home, if you're watching this after live, just go through and create the book with us. The main points here are that we have created a book out of 2 pieces of paper, and it's the beginning of your writing process. Okay, you can always take a break, take a couple deep breaths, and just write random nonsense to get things out. Does Kai want to say something about his book?
I don't think Kai's done with his. He's going to
He's
come
not
back
done.
and he's going to keep working with it. That's something you can do at home too. You can start on it, take a break, get a snack, get some water, and come back to it later.
Absolutely. Find what works for you. That is really the key. If you're a kid at home and you're working on your writing projects, it does not have to be right first time. Find what works for you.
Yeah, and we'd love to see it when you're done. If you want to take pictures and share it with us, we always love artwork. It's my favorite thing to see is kids' drawings. I love them. They're awesome. So send them to me.
Yeah, send them. What is tomorrow?
Tomorrow is our special guest.
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise.
It's
Did I say too much already?
You said too much, but I don't even know if there's accuracy to that.
Let's call this
Okay, everyone. Oh, we saw that might happen. Okay, it is time to go. We hope you're all doing well at home. We're thinking about you. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow. And enjoy your night.
Good night. Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.